Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us one more time tonight. My name is Joshua, and you are watching the HardLockPodcast every single Mondays at exactly 8 p.m. We are here giving you an amazing show with beautiful interviews, with updates of the day, of the week, and everything. We are your source of information and also entertainment as well. We are proudly sponsored by Esomart Hypermarket, and as usual, behind ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Also Art Studios. Okay, welcome back from the intro, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing day today. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, last week we didn't have the show. We released an official statement and said that the reason we couldn't have the show is because our guest, that is Nyati Moses, aka Selector Situation, wasn't able to come for the interview. He was caught up with his business here and there. And yeah, it is what it is. But we're here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I can introduce to you and I can confirm to you tonight we have Andu Frank joining us on an amazing interview, exclusive. This guy has not probably been on an interview on TV in this region, and this will be his very first debut live here on the HardLockPodcast. But before we get there, let's listen a couple of a good and downright ugly of this particular week. What happened? One of the things that happened, of course, was the Echita concert. Remember, the last guest I had on this show was the Black Harmony, who came here, had a fantastic interview. Their concert finally took place last Friday, and ladies and gentlemen, this was one of the biggest concerts this region has ever had, doubling and even tripling other concerts we've ever seen before. Now, sound was on point, the lighting on point, performances, which was the biggest of them all, was so organized in the night. The audience was treated to a fantastic set of performances from the likes of Raga Python, Rapper Blue Teeth, Andu Frank, and the legendary performance for all of us, ladies and gentlemen, was from the old guys we know, the likes of Ghetto Boys, the boys of Adini Mania, Richonia, and James Kennedy, and G-Toll. By the way, G-Toll, who made the big surprise performance after actually not appearing on stage for over 10 years with her hit Nova right here in West Nile. So she performed Nova, Nyaku, and so many other pieces right here. And then this was wrapped up by a very fantastic live band music performance from the Black Harmony Boys that lasted for almost 2, 3, 4 hours with 3 sets of performances, dressed in amazing attire for that particular night, being dressed by Atkin Fashions, being dressed by Kakwa Sam and all that. And these guys really looked amazing. Later on, they were joined by Monopoly Bad Character for their collabo that is Tap Tap. Now, people literally lost their minds, and without a doubt, this concert will go down in history as one of the biggest things that ever has happened to this region. Congratulations to the Black Harmony team, and of course to Amatu, also the team that organized this particular event. Now, moving forward, let's briefly talk about something that has expired a long time ago, but I felt maybe it is something controversial now for us to bring on the show, but this happened a couple of weeks ago. Now, the much anticipated Afro Brunch actually final took place at Coco Palm a couple of weeks ago, I think 2 weeks ago. Now, I gave you a glimpse of the story in that story, like I told you earlier on. You know, every time Afro Brunch trends for its own reasons. Every year it happened. The last Afro Brunch, I was unfortunately or fortunately the trend in that particular show when one of my photos apparently looking at some girl's nyash trended so much, and it was actually used by NTV, by NBS after 5 as a highlight of the Afro Brunch. But however, this year's photo trend was one of the most interesting ones. Socialite and popular Arua citizen, that is Charlotte Uhuru, aka Mr. President T, was the trend of this particular Afro Brunch. Her photo trended so much, and with the likes of veteran sports presenter Otelu Vegas, even posting it with the caption of characteristics of a city. Now, the photo you're seeing on the screen right now, this photo trended so much. However, one guy, Lulua TV, got a lot of heat from netizens in a now deleted Facebook and Twitter post with a caption, "Can you allow your wife to go into public place dressed like this?" This got so many guys so raged up, with some tweets replying that maybe that's why she has a husband who is white, not like you fools and ordinary people. The fool is my part. DJ Dronix even had to come into the mix, and he said, "I like how you all pretend to be holy. Like the Bible says, let me see the first person to cast a stone and Lulua Mark 90 showed up. That is how it trended, and that was the particular story, Afro Brand this time around, the photo that actually trended so much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joshua, and you're watching the Hard Lock Podcast, and every single Monday at 8 p.m. we are here. Please do a favor, hit on the subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment if you're enjoying the content so far. But just know tonight, we have Andu Frank joining us for an amazing exclusive interview. Ladies and gentlemen, everything you need to know about Andu Frank will be right here. And finally, on a good and downright ugly, we are sharing with you a very sad story. Yes, blogger Isma Olaxes, the man actually is dead. Now, I know it's not the breaking story, you heard the story, but I have a little bit of update. Maybe you will be interested in listening. Last Saturday, we were all hit by a shocking news of the death of a famous blogger, that is Ibrahim Tusubira, aka Isma Olaxes Ichula. He was killed in a shooting incident in Jajja Central Zone, a suburb in Kampala City. Isma died instantly after his car registration number UBK213D was sprayed with bullets on Saturday night at around 9:20 p.m. according to Luke Westjire, the deputy spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan Police. Faded musician and media personality Taff B posted on social media saying that you reap what you sow right after the news of Isma's death. Other celebrities, including popular writers like Kakwa, Next Radio's Martha K, and with Martha K actually posting, how do you grieve a man who spent most of his life insulting you and those you care about? A man who concocted stories to defame and character assassinate you with no facts or boundaries. It's hard, but I still pray his soul may find peace. I pray his loved ones may find peace as well. But at the time of compiling this story, giving you this story, 11 video CCTV footages were already captured, were already retrieved by police, and some of them were private CCTV footages, others were from the police, and the cameras from private homes, especially in Jajja and Kakwa division in Kampala, had been retrieved for review, with police confirming that he was actually shot with a pistol and not an SMG, as many claimed at first. 7 witnesses have so far recorded statement. As the HardLock Podcast, we want to say, may your soul rest in peace, Baba. And that wraps our stories for this particular week, ladies and gentlemen. Like I've told you, up next is the man himself, Andu Frank, joining us for an amazing interview. Up next, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, like I told you all around, we have the man himself in flesh, real flesh right here. And we're speaking about, ladies and gentlemen, join me and welcome the man himself, Andu.
Yeah, man.
Andu, where are you?
Yeah, I'm in the building, ready for the show.
Gonro.
Yeah, muka watu.
Eruba.
Allah.
Podcast HardLock bandibi mit
I always wanted to be here.
Wow.
Andu say, hey, yo, Badaka, I have stories. Okay.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, at Andu Francis, aka Andu Frank, aka Lyrical Fire, aka Eruba Boy. He is a West Nile all-time musician who has been active for over a decade now. A Kakwa by tribe, he started his music career in 2010 with a mega hit, Agata Yo, featuring Monopoly Bad Character. Interesting stuff we're going to discuss about this particular topic. Later on, releasing a number of albums with over 30 songs now and still counting, with songs like P to This World, Asionji, and so on, under his record label, Live Dreams Entertainment. His latest project, that is Oko, featuring Irene Kayemba, by the way, he will be performing it right here tonight, is now the talk of Arua and Kampala as well, amassing close to 45,000 views on YouTube as we speak now. Andu Frank, man, welcome on the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate, man.
Yeah, man, it's been long.
How is Eruba?
Eruba is clear, live and kicking. Yeah, Muchomo, that's the place, you know.
What people normally say when my guests come and wear glasses, in their eyes, they're scared.
I know, why should I be?
Okay.
I'm not scared at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is me, Andu Frank, straight from Eruba City, made in Uganda. Yeah, man, I am here.
First of all, as you have heard from me reading your name, your intro, you call yourself Eruba Boy.
Yeah, man.
That's basically Lugbara Vurra here.
Yes.
But also on posters, we see you as the
Lyrical
Kakwa
Fire,
boy.
the Kakwa boy.
What is your tribe?
Yeah, originally, actually, Kakwa, I'm a Kakwa in the DNA, but I was born, in Vurra, or Dia Eruba, exactly where I am right now. But I normally go to Kobo.
Which side of Kobo do you come from?
Torupa. to cut the border.
That one I'm not very sure.
No, sure, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, sure, that's
okay.
true. Yeah.
Now, in a minute, we would like to watch your musical journey by you telling us how you started in this industry until today.
Actually, from 2010, when I was in senior 3, that's when I went in studio and recorded the first track, and I had featured Monopoly.
Okay.
He was called Emi Rhymes by then.
Hey.
Yeah, so we
Monopoly bad character was called Emi Rhymes.
called Emi Rhymes. So we recorded that song. Then later on 2012, Telephone started, Pity This World, and so forth.
How did Agatayo become a hit?
Agatayo, actually.
Was it your first song, yeah?
It was my first song
Yeah.
in my career. For you to come with a better idea, you need to exploit somebody's weakness.
Yeah.
I knew the weakness of West Nile industry by then. So there was no quality production except the one from Audio Wave, I remember. Yeah. That was the only guy who was giving us DJ Ronnie.
Yeah.
By then, the baddest producer in the country was producer Didi.
Yeah.
So I gathered
Kenzo's
all the Kenzo,
guy.
Mafaranga,
now there's the
traffic officer.
The guy is messed up these days.
The guy is messed
there's
up.
a video of him.
True.
True.
So actually, I made the wrong choices those years.
Yeah.
Instead of shooting live with Monopoly, and shooting Pity This World, if I'd shot Agatayo on Telephone, by now it'd be very fast.
You actually had the song live with Monopoly. You actually have a music video for
it. The song has video. Yeah, actually, most of my videos I do, because the video plays so much role. Once you do a song and it has a video, you go far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now you've been in the game now, like we said, for more than 10 years. That's 12 years now.
Yes, 12 years.
That's a decade and two more years on top of it.
Years, yes.
Now, if we speak about artists in West Nile, maybe in Kampala and other places, it's quite difficult for the name of Andu Frank to pop up in the names of people, especially out of this region.
Yeah.
But people can sometimes mention a bit of, they don't even mention formers of Free Boy, they mention Jem Ken and all that.
Yeah.
So after all these years and trying to do good work, why do you think that you have failed to break out in this bubble of West Nile completely in the industry, yet you have done a lot of collabos with people? Why do you think you failed to do so?
In those years when we started, we didn't have the media so much like this.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
If you don't follow somebody close, you will not know how far the person has gone.
Exactly.
So how will you say Andu Frank he didn't break throughout? How did I get the collabo with South African guy? How did I work with, how did I scoop that collabo? It is out of the good work that has cut across.
Yeah. How
do I do shows? I've gone to Juba, I've gone to Malaba, actual cross in Kenya, I've been in Congo. So how do I get shows if my music is not cutting across? So I would say I think that is definitely a lie. I don't agree with it.
But you see, it's just the honest truth that that if they were supposed, if you'd met anyone in Kampala sit on a TV station and told them to mention the names of artists from West Nile, Andu Frank would definitely not be in that list. I'm just assuming.
Right now, that would be a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the...
by the way, to be honest to the viewers, first of all, I'm not doing music as in who is number one, who is number two.
Yeah.
I'm here to do my work, okay? But I think my work will be able to say that.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, the people we started the industry, most of them, I don't know why they can. You never see their face. So, but I am here and giving hits non-stop for 10 years. Why will I, if I say that who is number one, why will I not be number one?
Yeah.
Why will I not be the face of West Nile music?
Exactly. We're going to dissect a couple of things on this interview. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joshua and you're watching the HardLockPodcast. And we are at number 25, amazing numbers for us right here. And we're sponsored by Esomart Hypermarket. This guy is doing an amazing job. And as usual, behind the lenses, we're talking about also art studios, an amazing space behind us here. You can see the nature as well. Now, let's switch things a little bit now. Let's now go to the controversy side of Andu Frank. This guy is quite controversial, by the way. And you'll know why just in a minute. Yeah. Now, there was actually a period, I think, like 3 years ago, where a lot of West Nile artists started using instrumentals of very popular songs. Yeah. Then they would just change the lyrics in their own languages. The beats are still the same. For example, rapper Bluetooth used the instrumental of Financial Woman. Financial Woman did that. For Pisco and Fino. Yeah. To make his song Tomato Sauce.
Yeah.
In that same period, you also became a victim yourself.
Yeah.
And you used the instrumental of Fally Ipupa's Shabushpa.
Yes.
To make your song Alemiji.
Yes.
With due respect to your art, Andu Frank,
yeah,
many would claim that, first of all, this was a big insult to the creative works of Fally Ipupa.
Yeah.
In terms of everything.
Yeah.
And this could also be legal on your side. You could probably be in jail. Ed Sheeran is just battling a case right now.
Yeah.
Which good enough one. You know?
Yeah.
Why would an artist, that's my question to you now, why would an artist of your caliber do such a thing? Are you out of creativity ideas? Are you done? Why did you do this?
First of all, I'm a Fally Ipupa fan. Actually, Pato Ranking and Fally Ipupa, these are my role models.
Okay.
I enjoy their music. And if you look at that song, if you listen to that song of mine, I think I did a fresh version of that song. I didn't use their instrumental. But the rhythm,
everything was the same.
Yes.
Everything. The rhythm of the song.
It is the love you have. Actually, to be an artist, you need to be creative. You listen to all songs that you feel if you can bring a vibe and add something of your own. So it was, by then it had sounded as a copycat. But let me tell you, if there's anybody outside there who wants to know, actually most times when you're with me, you'll find me listening to Lingala. So I'm a Fally Ipupa fan. I did something out of love, not because I've run out of ideas. Why will now Oko the biggest song right now if I was out of ideas? So it was just the love. To be honest, it does not take you far as an artist.
Exactly.
If you do something like that. But I did it for up to now.
This is well explained. Lady Jim, let's move on. And now I want to ask you that something that is very controversial, especially on social media.
Yeah.
Now, people have been claiming a couple of things because about 9 years ago, you released an audio. Later on, you released the music video of a song like we talked about earlier, Life, featuring Monopoly, Bad Character. For now, I think you can consider Monopoly to be one of the biggest musicians right now in this region. One of them. You took Monopoly under your wing while he was starting out. In fact, I'm told you took him to studio yourself for the very first time.
I even paid for all the expenses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, in the last few months, a lot of people are claiming that you've beefing your old friend because he's doing better than you right now.
Better than me.
And that's a fact we need to accept. We're not going to play games around here.
Yeah.
He has more hits than you back to back now.
Yeah.
People are saying you're saying that you're bigger than him. Question is, are you guys beefing?
No, really, I need to put this very clear. Monopoly is not the biggest artist. Not even than me, he's not.
Wow.
And even you talking about the hits, sometimes I wonder how, if you say somebody is doing well, from which angle?
From the angle of the music literally being
the fame, the social media likes.
No. We're talking about the music videos. We're talking about the views. If someone called Andu Frank and Monopoly right now, Monopoly would be more expensive than Andu Frank. In the club, if you played Andu music and Monopoly music, people would first of all take maybe Monopoly music. This I don't mean he's the biggest, but he is one of them. You yourself big in your own ways.
Now, first of all, I will really want to appreciate Monopoly is good. If somebody is good, somebody is good. That I can't take away from him. But like I told you before in this interview, for me, when I came to the music industry, it's not about the comparison who is big and who is what. But if you want to dig more, if you want to compare people, you begin the fame, and then you go underground, go dig deeper.
Okay.
Somebody is big in how does he look? What does he have? What has he achieved? Don't talk about the social media likes.
Okay.
Go into people's home and then you say who is big. Okay. So yeah, he was good. That's the truth. But even I wouldn't want the interview to be about me and
no,
because he's good. I am good in my own way, and we started.
The question for me is, are you beefing Monopoly bad character?
Absolutely not. We're in good times. We're together every time we meet.
Okay.
We're together, even including easy managers. Whenever they have some show ahead of where I come from, they normal pass via home. Yeah, that is just actually, the social media always, the bloggers, sometimes you hype things some out of nowhere and you find it becomes a story. When on the ground, actual people are not. I can't confirm in this interview, I'm not beefing Monopoly.
Wow.
Not at all. Actually, it is the media hyping Monopoly. If I am lying, times I'll tell. I can do one song, it will be for 10 years.
That's going to be the viral part
of this the media is trying to hype him. Why he does not? He's good.
Yeah.
He has hit songs, but he has songs that can last for 2 to 3 months. Wow. I will do one song. Trust me, that one you ask fans. I will do one song. I got it from 2010 up to now. It sounds fresh.
Okay.
Even this Oku was during lockdown and people are everywhere. It's a banger.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on. Like you said, let's not
Yeah,
keep
man.
in that discussion.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Joshua, and you're watching the HardLockPodcast, and we're proudly sponsored by Esmond Hypermarket, and as usual, behind the lenses, also Art Studios. And we are getting closer to the end of this interview. Over the past years, you've probably seen what has just happened right now, and you're going to be the judge of viewers. Over the past years, fellow artists, fans, and some media people have claimed that, Andrew Frank is a very arrogant guy, he's proud, egotistic, and he's very hard to work with his own demands when he gets to events, even not his own events. He wants to set the terms and conditions on how he performs and at what place he performs in the lineup. And that's what people say.
Yeah.
Now, why do you think people have this kind of mindset, and why do people think about you like this?
First of all, most of the promoters, events organizers, they underestimate West Nile work. They don't pay us the money. So me, I don't live. I'm a businessman. Frank is a businessman. If I don't perform for the last 2 years, my children will still go to school. Me, I'm a businessman, so I'm used to money. When you come with your 200,000 and want me to go for a show, I cannot. For the sake of artists, there are so many who want to do collab with me, and I listen to their music. Sometimes it is not pleasing. So at times when I tell them you do something like this, others take it positively, others take it negatively. So they say you're bragging. Yeah, that's the truth.
But otherwise, you're not a brother.
Otherwise, somebody who comes close in my life will know. There are people whom I stay with. They know me closely. When I got chance to see Bob Wine's family, Irene Kayemba, when I went to do that collab, that was the same comment they left. I'm one of the humblest people. I don't know if that word is right. I'm very humble, down to earth. But for me, you can't come to me closely, especially if you want to come and steal from Andu.
Talking about actually your music, meeting the family of Bobby Wine and Irene Kayemba and stuff.
Yes.
Last year, this guy released, it was last year, yes?
It was in 2020, but we kept
the video.
The video.
Last time when it became
it was last year.
Yeah,
the official release, yes.
Last year, this guy did one of the biggest jams from this region. It's called Andu, where are you? That's the name. That's not the name. I'm kidding. The name is Oku.
Cool, yes.
But that's the most catchy phrase in that song that is very popular.
Yes.
Featuring Irene Kayemba, the sister of His Excellency Bobby Wine.
Yes.
This song was so popular everywhere. Could this have been your shooting star moment of finally breaking out of this industry? How did it even happen?
Before I met this lady, I had a collab with Muteto in Globongela. He's a South African superstar. It is a song that talks about domestic violence against girl child. So they had chosen 5 artists in West Nile in Arua. And out of the 5 names, it was me who was chosen. Uncle Nyax gave me a call. He was by then in radio parties. I came to the UN office. We met. We discussed with the committee. They sent me transport. That guy came from South Africa. We were working that song at Enobit. It's called Wise Up. I have it. I haven't released it. Because we are going to perform that song for the UN ambassador now. Now we are using, Irene has a band called Kips Band. So we came with Muteto to train using Irene's band. And we are sleeping in her hotel in Kachiri. I started relating with her. So later on they called, they said they made a call, the Irene team. They called a few people to ask who Andrew Frank is. If he is very influential, they can be able to work with him. Because Irene was not known so much musically here. That's how the collab came.
Obviously, you have invested so much in a lot of businesses around town, including bars and stuff, all of that. There's some which cannot be talked about, others can be talked about for the sake of the public. Now, first of all, is this music money you have invested? And what is your investment advice to fellow artists?
First of all, I want to tell my fellow musicians, when they pay you 200 or 300,000, please, you can use 100. You save 100 to start something. What happens if you don't get the show? Because I know what I know with music, you cannot be Monday to Monday for shows. How are you going to sustain your life? For me, first of all, I don't go for cheap shows. So when I get a show, half of the money, you can use it for dressing, you know, to hype things. Even you can spend some with your friends. But sometimes for me, I put something somewhere. I wouldn't want to talk about my businesses, but surely The one I can tell the viewers, the bar, that one, they know about it. It's a serious sports bar where every weekend, because I love football, I actually learned the casino business from Mr. P. Actually, right now, he's one of the richest guys. Because of casino. His casinos are becoming all over Africa. So that is one of the businesses I'm into. And then I also have business of selling phones and accessories and other things, then plus others which I will not disclose. Yeah. But this is music money. Yeah. Now, right now, the business is also paying me back. I can now pick 1 million, I can pick 2 million, I pick from the business, I shoot, I do my music. And you still survive. I still survive. Life goes on. Okay. I normally encourage my fellow musicians. Actually, why they have cheap shows, whenever they put their posters, they run. It is because they do not have other things to do. If somebody calls you and you have a price of rent, where can I go for a show? Where can I go for a show? Somebody even puts you there on poster without calling you. You find yourself running because tomorrow landlord will want his money. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been having here the man himself, Andu Frank, for an amazing interview, and we have come to the end of this. We've had rumors that you're going to organize a concert immediately after the Black Harmony concert. Now all these guys are motivated. Even the artists that are not very big have all been motivated to organize a show. James Kennedy could be organizing a concert, according to what people say. Yeah. Andu Frank says he wants to organize a concert. Yes. Andu Frank, spill for us the milk. Are you organizing a concert anytime this year or not?
Yeah, I will be having a concert. But actually, my concert was supposed to be after Wida's concert, before Black Harmony. We met with the committee. They said, no, they need to do first. And this is not all about so and so has done, let me do. Yeah, if Kennedy is doing this year, and then I can do next year. Okay. It gives me time to release those other songs to back the biggest song right now in the region.
Have you talked with him to see his date?
No, he hasn't confirmed to me fully. Okay. But now I'm going to call him. If he doesn't, then I will have to come up. But Frank is going to do concert, and it will feature Irene Kayemba herself. Wow. That will be here.
Big one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this particular interview. But before we go, remember our segment now that we've introduced on the show, where the guest we hosted last week actually gives a question for the next guest without even knowing who he is. Andu Frank right here is going to give us a question for our next guest. Now, when I hosted the Black Harmony guys, they did not know who I was going to host in this particular podcast of today. 2 questions, one from Emmanuel Ledra, that is aka Manu, and the other one from Adima himself. Let's start with a question from Emmanuel. Yeah. It is not a difficult one. Emmanuel says, what can we do to ensure the kids of today become better adults in the future?
One, first of all, I will say education. I will say education, then we should control what kids watch. Okay. Because internet now, everything you can get it there. The nudes, what. We need to be tougher, even on our kids now, at a certain point. Yeah. That's my advice.
That's a fantastic one.
Yeah.
And finally, question from Adima Black Harmony also. He says, where do you see yourself in 5 years? That question is coming from Adima of the Black Harmony.
Yeah, Andu Frank, with the way things are going, first of all, I want to thank God for my life. You know, I'm a very patient person, humble. But sometimes, like what I'd explained, makes people think, well, this guy is very rude. I really want to thank God for everything that is happening in my life. Amen. And in 5 years, I will have achieved a lot in terms of business. I will have estates. Okay. And then I will have business. Because right now, I'm acquiring land here and there. And then in the next 5 you'll be constructing. Yeah. I will be a very rich artist. Okay. Yes. It's interesting. And I encourage my fellow artists, please, let us hustle. Every day, let us hustle. Yeah. Let you be not clean. Only music. Not only music. Come in your club and sip your beers while you've worked during daytime. Yeah. Okay? So, by the grace of God, I will be something, and I will be, right now I'm already international, because if I can do collabs with South Africa, Congo, here and there, I'm already international. Yeah. But now I need I need to have a team that can expose me wider till the world gets to know me to the last.
Okay. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Come on,
Musoko, me used to be happy, enjoying my life. Minyande Musoko, me used to be happy, enjoying my life. Oduda wata simandera, aguita siyo minimalia, suruiti siyo minimalia. Adiosi, ikamalera, achita chisuma butisi, me no like it. Ikamalera, onto suma butisi, I don't like it.
She's your woman.
Irene Mandera.
She's your woman.
I would say yes, Ikumalyava.
She's your woman.
Irene Mandera.
She's your woman.
No.
Pulira byogamba mu butuufu oyo naye alinge empisa sinungi naye andu pulira tumuwa kitiibwa buli kaseera oyomba lwaki tosala busungu asinisumisi andula empuolomisi andula
Simandera, aguita siyo minimalia, suruiti siyo minimalia. Adiosi, ikamalera, achita chisuma butisi, me no like it. Ikamalera, onto suma butisi, I don't like it.
She's your woman.
Eruba Boy. Mamungu zi odu diasi aletecha Dan-gote aliko Mamungu zi odu diasi aletecha boskendale maisha ni ya Mungu injini ya joy halita bamingile kichamile azidi pie ikile ikweta bana minile musema pie kabisa boss bobi oyomale straight from Farongo obi jeseli pie adiso turba hop kendale revanyo our posisi Tadi mabonchidai Nyabo inosa Our difo Amuti Yonifale mingi kaileku ikudin Banga mingi raka kaileku ikudin Wake up If you fall Wake up Wake up If you fall Wake up yeah. Take your time Talk to these people You'll find out the story. Some of them have bad experience, so please don't worry. Hey, if you start and fail, wake up again and again. Wake up, Basimate, wake up. Hey, Ovokita and Ron Roy, Obiti Drobo Siningai. El Kirmasingai. Oh, Minga, Manga, Manga, Anga, Minga, Manga, Manga, Anga. Yofale mingi kaileku ikudin. Manga mingi raka kaileku ikudin. Wake up, if you fall, wake up. Wake up, if you fall, wake up. If you're born poor, it's not your problem. But if you die poor, it's your problem. Our foba wara mavure. OPJSL, Nyambo innocent. Papi fresh. Adiso man. Da Silva, our foba.